There's a bunch of crazy stories written by the Brothers Grimm. And now you're gonna learn all about them, listening to the Brothers Grimm.
Hello, friends and relations, students and scholars. Welcome to the Brothers Dim podcast, a podcast in which we delve into the realm of the early 19th century Brothers Grimm fairy tales, including this one, story 72, The Wolf and the Man. My name is Phil.
And my name is Mike.
Mike, how are you now?
I'm doing pretty all right. Family's getting ready to head to Kansas City.
Oh boy, destination imagination or...
You know it.
Ah, fun.
That's the story of my life. I got to drive a trailer for the first time, which means I got to back a trailer down my driveway for the first time, which was a treat.
Okay, so a trailer attached to...
Yeah.
Because I've driven in a big moving truck with you before. I helped
Yeah,
you
yeah.
move
No, I
from...
can...
What is on the trailer?
A giant crate housing all of the team's props and things.
Okay.
It was probably 5 feet wide by 7 feet tall by 6 feet long.
Oh, so you're driving out there.
No. This is to get it to New Hampshire to put it on a tractor trailer. New Hampshire gets a tractor trailer for all the teams in New England to ship everything down to Kansas City.
Oh, okay. All
and then we fly like people.
Well, be careful.
It's a whole rigmarole.
Flying these days is a whole easier than it was a year. I don't truck with it.
I miss DEI.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, so that's how my life is going. How about yourself?
I'm good. I saw that we had a message on Blue Sky.
Yes,
a fan, Larry, who says that he loves the podcast because it is entertaining, that he is also quite excited to read The Devil and Judas Iscariot, which is very high praise. Actually, technically, he doesn't say specifically that he is excited to read The Devil and Judas Iscariot, but he does say that he will read it, so that's very nice.
Well, I'm here to say that I am 2/3 of the way through, and I very much enjoy it.
Oh, very good.
Yeah, it is a wonderful blend of biblical history and sort of your own spin on events.
It's a very weird thing that I went and did, but
in your brand of comedy.
Yes. And then what else is going on? The garden party was very good.
Oh, good.
In addition to it being very pleasant to have people over, Amanda was also doing some politicking since she has her school board election tomorrow.
Oh boy.
But due to how recording schedules work and your imminent trip, our viewers will have to wait on learning the results of the election for a couple of weeks.
Well,
I won't make predictions, but I think she did incredibly well at the candidate forum that the League of Women's Voters put on.
Nice. Is it hotly contested?
There's 6 people running for 3 seats.
And she's an incumbent, right?
She's an incumbent, yeah. Prediction. I think she'll do just fine.
Yeah.
That's what I think. But
I think so too. She's a pretty smart cookie.
she is, and she's very good at this. So, speaking of school, though, if I may round this out, it appears that we have just learned a lesson and that we're about to teach our listeners a lesson.
Yes, we are.
Do you have a grade?
Great. I went with a B- on this one.
Okay.
Not my favorite, but not down in the dumps either. I'm stuck in B land lately. I need to break out of it. How about yourself?
Yeah, I thought like C-, C.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I didn't like it at all. It's just a parable.
Yeah.
Nothing more, but it's like a long-winded parable to get to the point. And then
Fair.
also starts out as a spoiler for the riddle of the Sphinx.
Oh, yeah. I hadn't thought of it that way.
A little bit. It's something where I was just like, all right. And of course, now the problem, I say that, it's like CC minus. Part of the problem, we're looking at what, it's a half a page, well, one full side of a page.
Yeah.
So it's a 1-pager, and it's hard to get too much in that, but.
I think we're kicking off a series of short ones centered around a wolf or a fox or a wolf and a fox.
Oh, yes, my friend. And
we're in for a ride.
I will get into that after we talk about the story. So, Mike, would you be so kind as to walk us through the plot of story number 72, The Wolf and the Man?
Absolutely. Here we go. A fox was telling a wolf about how man is the strongest, and all animals must, quote, employ cunning in order to preserve themselves from him. Just bad news. Man is bad news. The wolf responds that it's a pity he's never met a man, for he'd surely best him. The fox offers to bring him to one, so they meet the next morning and hang out by the road. Before long, an old former soldier approaches. The wolf asks the fox if that's a man. The fox replies that it used to be one. After a time, a young boy on his way to school approaches. The wolf again asks the fox, "Is that a man?" And the fox replies that it's not yet, but one day will be. And then finally, a hunter approaches, because everybody's a hunter in Germany. A hunter approaches with a rifle and a hunting knife, and before the wolf can ask, the fox tells him that is indeed a man, and that he's welcome to attack him, but that he, the fox, is getting the hell out of Dodge. So the wolf rushes on the hunter. Hunter takes aim, fires his gun, hits the wolf right in the face with some buckshot. It doesn't feel good.
No.
He tries to attack again, and he gets the other barrel. The third time, Hunter draws his knife, slashes the wolf up and down. Wolf retreats, bleeding heavily back to the fox. The fox says, "Hey, how'd it go?" Well, comically, because he can see how it went. The wolf explains that he definitely underestimated the strength of man. The fox calls him a braggart, saying, quote, "You have overreached yourself. You throw your hatchet so far that you cannot fetch it back again." The end. It's an odd little phrase to end on.
It is. We can talk about because that kind of gets into the moral, right?
Yeah.
Which is what do you have for the moral then?
I bounced around with "don't be a bully" or "heed the wisdom of others,"
Okay.
or the old grim idea that humans suck and animals are better.
There's that too. I mean, I thought right off the bat, just don't fly too close to the sun on wings made of wax.
Yeah.
Though I do like that the written reason is very German, which is don't throw your hatchet so fast that you can't fetch it back. But yeah, the rest of it, I don't even know exactly if it's humans bad, but humans dangerous.
Yeah. Which
More
I think
than-
is a regular theme in any kind of animal stories.
Something else that you mentioned real quick that I thought was funny too was when the wolf comes back after his encounter. The fox is just like, "There's our guy. So, how'd it go with the man?" As the wolf's all covered in blood, near death, hurt bad.
Buckshot in the face.
He's like, "Oh, did it not go so good? Did you should have listened to me?"
So one question I had, and it's a little bit telling, as I mentioned, and as you said you were going to mention, is it gets into some of the later stories after this one. Is it possible the fox had an ulterior motive here? He seemed almost a little too eager to introduce the wolf to man. And then I wonder if the fox picked a hunter on purpose, knowing what the result was going to be. Because the wolf could have taken out the kid or the old soldier.
And I agree. I see what you're saying. And I agree. At first, I was like, Fox was kind of a dick. Except that then I realized it's more the fox trying to teach the wolf just teaching the wolf a lesson. Wolf's talking a big game.
Yeah, there's definitely that.
And Wolf's just like, "Oh, dude, if I ever see a man, I'm gonna pick a fight with him. I am." And I think the fox is thinking like, "Dude, you don't know humans. First of all, if you kill an 8-year-old or an old man, they're gonna get like 50 of them together, the whole kingdom. They're gonna roll in here. They're gonna wipe out every last wolf, fox, and deer, and turkey, crab, or whatever other thing, golden bird that they find. They're going to kill us all. They're going to burn down the area. Then they're going to go have a beer." And so he's just like, "You know what, though?" I points at the hunter and he's like, "Okay, there you go, dude. You go have fun. You tell me you come back. You tell me how it goes." So I don't know if it was like specifically a plan, but I think there was a little bit of that. And yeah, I think that you're also right. We've got Oops All Foxes coming up. We've got fox stories for the next, at least 3 weeks.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe I'll touch upon that later. Yeah. The moral: don't throw your hatchet so far that you can't fetch it back.
The more I think about it, the more I like it.
I mean, it's right there at the end. That's what I was saying. This is just a lesson. This is just a parable. That's why I didn't like it. And there's a backwards ass way to get to that parable.
Yeah. I specifically mean the hatchet line though.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
No,
it's a direct physical translation of being a braggart.
Yeah. Don't bite off more than you can chew, but with a weapon. So, because the Germans, they do love their weaponry.
Oh, and then you're left defenseless.
That's true. Not a ton of info in the world about this one.
No, not at all.
Second edition story. Arn Thompson, type 157, Animals Who Learn to Fear Man, which is a motif I think we've seen, but we've certainly seen that before.
Yeah.
Which is, really just let's be cruel to animals for a bit, as a little treat. Admittedly, this one, kind of on the wolf. Wolf just attacked. The guy's just wandering. He's a hunter, but he's just wandering along.
Yeah.
As opposed to like story 8, The Wonderful Musician.
Oh
in
God, I
which
forgot about that one.
the musician is just like, I just love torturing animals.
The chaotic evil bard.
Chaotic evil bard. So the moral seems to be just stay grounded, but I also think, weirdly enough, if you're a man and you're in the woods and a wolf comes at you, just keep your wits about you.
Yeah.
And either just shoot him in the foot or stab him. You'll be fine. Wolves think that they are all that, when in point of fact, they are not all that. They are more afraid of you than you are of them. And the wolf doesn't even go for like the old man or the kid. I know that he just doesn't know. The fox is like, no, that's not a man. Also kind of rough. Just sees an old guy puttering through the woods, and he's like, "Oh, is that a man?" And the guy's like, "No, he used to be. Now he's just worthless, a pile of bones with no purpose. I hate him, but we can't kill him." Do you have any other notes?
Yeah, as you said, there's really not a lot on this one.
No,
there's only so much to read into it.
Yeah, very straightforward. So I have because of that I have very little for my pitch.
That's okay.
One kind of jokey one. We'll see. We'll do a wait and see.
All right.
This is the Brothers Grimm giving a PSA about how wolves ain't shit. Why are we so terrified of them at all? Anyway, they're stupid too. So, but I think we could also. There are a lot of foxes in Grimm. We've got a lot coming up over the next 3 weeks. Like I said, we've got a bunch of fox stories. So, what if there's a shared universe? It's all the same fox. I'm not going to call him the Fantastic Mr. Fox, but it's all the same fox. And make them all the same fox. Wind in the Willows style. Have a few recurring characters. You can have the wolf. Whoever else is coming up. I think the cat. There's a wolf and a cat and a wolf and a all these other animals that they've dealt with. And the idea being like maybe you and I can maybe I don't know what your plans are for Story 73, but we could flesh out the concept over the next few weeks of what the overarching story is going to be. But
okay,
that was a thought
mine is a departure from that, but I can definitely.
Oh no, then yeah. Well, we'll talk about that next week.
We can riff on it too.
We'll see if we can't work it in maybe this idea, and then we can have an arc over the the fox arc for the month of June-ish, May, June, something like that.
Something like that.
I don't have anything else, and if you do not have anything else, I think this is a short one, but I think we can call it.
All right,
Mike. If someone wanted to contact us, is there a way for them to do it?
There sure is. You can always find us in all of our episodes at brothersdim.com. You can email us at brothersdimpodcast@gmail.com. And we're always on Blue Sky at Brothers Dim.
Well, thank you, Mike, and thank you to all of our listeners. Please feel encouraged to share and enjoy the Brothers Dim podcast with all of your friends and relations. Sleep tight, and we will see you next time.
See you next time.